When I do comedy, I work under the name Brendan Murray. Comedy I've been doing for about 6 years. It's one of my many sort of exploits. Got to pay the rent, you know, ass, grass or cash, no one writes for free. Sometimes I do voiceovers or script writing or acting. I started doing it about 2005, 2006. I'd just come out of drama school, UCT, and I needed money. And I'd started the whoring, but it wasn't bringing in what I'd hoped. So I just thought comedy's just another kind of selling yourself. It's just, I mean, it doesn't really matter once you've done it once. And I wrote like 5 minutes and I performed it at the sort of open performance thing, and people kind of liked it. And then I was driving through Observatory actually, and I saw Kurt Schoonrod walking his dog, and I thought it would be funny if I'd ramp up onto the pavement and run like dramatic. And it was dramatic because I was in like an old Opel Ascona and the brakes were shot. I almost ran over his dog and almost crashed into the fence of the park. I literally rammed the pavement in front of him. So I pulled over and I screamed out the window at him like, where can I get 5 minutes? And he set me up with Stuart Taylor doing 5 minutes of Bermuda, and I actually did the 5 open minutes before Riyad Musa headlines. The place was packed, but people laughed and that felt good, and I didn't get paid and that felt bad. And so I started looking around for other gigs and there weren't any. Then I got a phone from a crazy little Irishman, Luke Pearson, who wanted me to join a thing called the Comedy Guild, which is basically him and his friend Michael, and they would run gigs, just the two of them, and try and get comedians interested because there were no club gigs. All the professional comedians were gone. And we did really bad gigs. We did gigs for like Bergies and Alcoholics, mainly like the worst possible places. Oh my word, we had some really bad times, and nobody could host. So I had to host like pretty much from the get-go. And luckily, I'm very good with my mouth in all aspects of my endeavors. Yeah, I just started talking cack, and you start to learn how to host and what the crowd dynamics are. And now I'm okay at it. Now I almost make as much money hosting as I do hoeing. It's cool. I will think about stuff and it'll make me giggle like a little girl, and I'll write down like a few words as a note, and then I'll just leave it to sit in my head, and then a little while later I'll come back, and then I'll probably end up trying it out on stage before I even write a whole thing down. I'm very bad like that. I'm not very good to my audience. Some people have seen some really good jokes told very bad, just because I was learning the dynamic. Never be like, oh, that audience sucked because they didn't laugh at my jokes. No, that's because your jokes suck. Your job is to make an audience laugh. It doesn't matter how drunk they are, how belligerent, how terrible they are as human beings. You're not going to get the perfect audience all the time, especially in Cape Town. Our audiences are quite tough, and you've got to break them open, and you've just got to be the bigger man. Damn it, that's your job. Like, you know, whether you got chesticles or testicles, find the stones, woo man up, and take them where they need to go. Because your job is to make people laugh, and that's the whole thing. It's spreading the love, it's creating joy, it's getting a response out of people. That's what comedy should be. It should be about sharing a laugh. It's not all about shocking and seeing how dirty you can be, but sometimes shocking and dirty is really funny. So if you're gonna go there, just make sure it's worth it. Most useful advice ever doing comedy. Everybody dies. Somebody told me that, I can't remember who, but it was just very comforting to know that I wasn't alone. But that's probably the best advice ever. Everybody dies, and it's usually your fault. Like, you can fix it, but just know that you're not alone.